Hello, internet friends. Hey, do you guys like Dave Ramsey? Well, he talks about why the middle class is failing. Enjoy.
Wall Street Journal has a 5-page article today that starts off this way. Families go deeply into debt to stay in the middle class. In order to maintain the middle class, the American middle class is falling deeper into debt to maintain a middle class lifestyle. Cars, college, houses, medical care have become steadily more costly, but incomes have been largely stagnant for 2 decades. Now, and then they go on for the next 5 pages of this article, explaining how car debt is at a record, credit card debt is at a record, student loan debt is at a record, all things we knew, and that middle class wages are stagnant. And so the wealth gap, the wealthy are getting wealthier, the poor middle class is being eaten alive, and you all are all a victim of evil capitalism, and the socialists are going to come and rescue you with a plan that has never worked in any country in the history of the world. And that's the premise of this bullcrap. The things that you people all call middle class today, we called rich when we were in the middle class of the 1960s and 1970s. If you wanted to make a phone call, you put your finger in a thing and turned it around, a rotary phone, and it was connected to the wall, and you never called long distance because it costs more. Now, if you can't FaceTime someone in China, you're pissed off in your hand. And you call that middle class. If you wanted to turn on the television, it was free. And you spun the rabbit ears around, and the channel changer was my dad telling me to get up and change the channel. And there were 3 channels. It wasn't a $200 a month with the NFL package, the Golf Channel package, the SEC package. Oh, and you got to have Netflix for another 10 or 20 bucks. Oh, and you got to have Apple TV. This is middle class. You know, when we went to a restaurant on special occasions, you freaking middle class people today eat out every night, and if you can't, you whine like a 13-year-old girl at the lunch table in middle school. And you call that middle class. Your wages might be stagnant, but let me tell you what's not stagnant. Your freaking consumption. You are consuming your butts off, America, and don't blame it on capitalism. Blame it on your immaturity and your impulsiveness. And don't you dare say that the wealthy are getting wealthier on your backs. You're living like you're rich, and you're not. It's your fault. Oh, you're shaming. Yes, I'm shaming. That's what you call that. It's calling stupid, stupid. This is critical thinking skills. It's not a stagnant income that's a problem. It's an exponential increase in consumption instead of production. Get up, leave the cave, and make more than you spend, and try not calling all of these luxury items that were reserved for the richest of the rich only 2 decades ago. Please don't call those middle class, and that you are somehow entitled to them because you woke up and breathed American air this morning. Absolutely asinine. You cannot eat out every night, have cable TV packages, have a phone that does what your phone does, fly to the Dominican Republic on your honeymoon, and have an all-inclusive adventure at the beach. You cannot vacation instead of a tent in Europe and all over cruising all over the world. You cannot have a private school with a graduate degree, 2 cars that will dance a jig, and live in a house twice the size as I grew up in, and call yourself middle class, and somehow you've been messed over by America. What a bunch of crap.
So in a nutshell, easy credit is our demise. We live in a debt economy right now, and people have so much debt that they can't pay the bills. And once there's enough people who can't pay the bills, that's when the economy is going to crash. We are close to that, and the Fed keeps printing money to prop up the stock market, which a high stock market is an indication of a sick economy. All right, internet friends, thanks for listening.